I'm Amy, I'm living in Chrysalis, and yep, I have another TJMaxx find to try. Let's get to it. Welcome back to my channel, and to any new subscribers, thank you so much for joining and checking out A Dork with a Makeup channel. I really appreciate it. Of course, I appreciate those of you who've been around for a while as well. Especially my friend Alice, who gave me, among other things, this beautiful Marc Jacobs mini lipstick. The color is called Slow Burn. It's what I'm wearing now. And I pulled it out to go with this guy. So when I saw this in TJMaxx, of course I thought, oh, that is so pretty. So then it made me crack it open and take a look at the inside. There is what we have. Just a pretty soft pink. In a way, it kind of reminds me of the Huda New Nudes. But yeah, this was maybe $10 and not $65. I know there's fewer shades and all that. And at some point I might get a dupe for the new nudes. But until then, let's give this one a try, shall we? I'm feeling kind of soft and pretty today. That, and I put on some of the products I'm panning before I remembered that my original intention was to do a full face of Pure. Because I've got this face palette that I haven't used yet, the Midnight Masquerade. So this will be coming up in a future video for anyone who's interested in my thoughts. If you haven't already, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff. Let's let's make me a YouTube star. I'm trying to answer Jeffree Star's call. Apparently in a recent video or Snapchat or something, who knows, I can't even keep track. But apparently he's recently said that new people should be coming up in the industry. I volunteer! Now, I don't believe that this is for sale on the cargo site or at Kohl's or anything anymore, but like I said, you can keep an eye out for it at TJMaxx. This is called the Tokyo in Bloom, and it is 12 pans at 0.03 ounces a piece. It's good for 21 months, and it is made in China, which is why I would rather pay $10 for it than, what are they normally, 35, 40, something like that. But I'm going to go ahead and swatch the shades. I always forget to do that, but I'm going to do it this time. So this first one is Ginza. Then we have Sakura. Spring. This one's Spring. You can hardly see that. Hanami. Is that going to show? I suck at this. Okay. Mochi. Kawaii. Sado. Kawaii and Sado are very similar, except Kawaii is a little more orangey and Sado is a bit more pinky. Kimono. Ooh, that's a pretty, like, purpley taupe shimmer. That's nice. Can you see that? Then we've got Harajuku. Ooh. It's like a pinky taupey shimmer. Shibuya. They didn't put a black in this palette. That impresses me. It's a nice deep brown, but it's a little on the cool side, which I really am going to enjoy. Then we've got Cherry, of course. How can you not with that beautiful cherry blossom cover art? And Blossom. I say Blossom just had me at hello. Look at that color. That is beautiful. I have already put Urban Decay Primer Potion on, so I am going to go ahead and use a setting shade. I think I'm going to go quite pink today because I can. I'm just going to the laundromat anyway. It's not like I'm going for a job interview. So I'm going to go ahead and use Mochi for that. It's a pretty delicate color. I know y'all don't see me do a lot of pretty delicate colors, but I do actually rather like them. I'm not all I know I'm not always terribly subtle, but I can appreciate it. And sometimes a girl wants to be a little more subtle. At the laundromat. I know, right? But this whole filming right before I go to the laundromat is kind of handy, because then as I'm sitting there bored off my behind, I can at least edit the video rather than just watch videos, which sucks up my data plan. I don't need data in order to edit, so that helps a great deal. Okay, I think I'm pretty good there, and yep, I'm going to go ahead and put it all the way up to the arch. I'm not going to bother to do it on the lower part of my eyelid, because why? I'm just going to put other colors there anyway. I'm going to wipe that off on these little towel scraps I have down here that are getting grimy, so I should probably wash those at some point in life. I'm going to go into Sakura. And see, as I put my brush in there, that's kind of what it's looking like. So far so good. And I'm going to go ahead and put this in a similar area, but a little lower. So look, I'm actually blending things. Blend a little bit. But a lot of times, given my lack of real estate, as far as my eyelid goes, a lot of those really subtle things where you blend several shades into one another, I enjoy that. I enjoy that look. I think it's beautiful, but it's really kind of hard for me to pull off unless we're dealing with millimeters. A millimeter of one color, a millimeter of another. Just, again, given what my actual face actually looks like. See? Hooded the house. I'm going to go into Cherry. You know, and I knew I was going to do that. I don't know why I was even thinking about doing anything else. And was clearly delusional for a few moments there. Okay, can you see that? Let me hit that again. Oh, love all these delicate pinks. So pretty. I was hoping to find a copyright date on this, but I didn't. It's just the sticker on the back of this. I don't know if I had the box or not. I mean, if I do, then it's kind of, then it may be stored with some other folded up collapsed boxes that I'm keeping, or if it wasn't particularly nice looking, then I just threw it out. But I think usually the boxes on these have the same art. The boxes, you know, the unit cartons. Those usually have the same art as the palette itself. So I suspect if a box came with it, and I can't remember, then I don't know, it's somewhere. I'll figure it out. Of course, after all day at a very quiet house, what happens as soon as I start filming? Son comes home, Husband gets up, noise, 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 noise. So just so you know, that's why. I'm going to go ahead and go into Blossom because of course I am. Stop, stop, beep, beep, yep. They know I'm filming too. Oh well. If I become big enough and actually start making a decent living at this, instead of it just costing me money, maybe at some point I'll get a place big enough to have my own little studio instead of shooting in my dining area, which is right between my living area and the kitchen. But either I'll have an in-home studio or I can rent one in an office building or something to do. But that is quite far away at the moment. Although I have been growing some and that's awesome. So let's keep that going, shall we? Of course, my first priority is probably going to be getting another car. So I think I've mentioned that, oh yeah, I know I mentioned it, but for those of you who haven't seen my last few videos or so, yeah, so it's been over a month that I've not had an operating vehicle. On Saturday, a friend and I went to move it from the car shop that I had it towed to another one that his son-in-law works at. Son-in-law is going to take a look and see like if I did put money into these certain repairs that need to be done. Really whether I should bother or whether I should just put it down and sell it for scrap. But I had the oddest reaction when I was there. I had just cleaned everything out of the car. We were just about to leave. And while my friend was walking over to the office to give them my car key, I leaned against my car and just started to cry. Now, I have had this car nearly 10 years. I bought it nearly new. It had just under 8,000 miles when I went to test drive it and just over when I bought it. So, needless to say, we've been through a lot together. But I was kind of shocked. I've never had a car so long. Never, never. And this is only the second car that I've bought myself, entirely for myself. Because I had, like, my final year of grad school, I bought a little blue Ford sports car that I had up until, basically right until I moved to New York. Somebody hit it and like a week before I was supposed to move. So then, yeah, so this is the first car my husband and I bought together, but I'm the only one who drives it because he's legally blind, so it's my car. Come on. I'm going to go into Shibuya just to deepen out the outer edge a bit more here. Not too much, but a little bit. Where was I? But yeah, so I had that odd reaction. But my big question now is, most likely, what am I going to get? How much is it going to cost? And how long is it going to take me to get this money to do it? Now, I'm okay for the interim. There are buses here. I can use buses, cabs, to get most of the places I need to go. My big concern really is winter, of course. Definitely want another car by winter. But I'm not going to act rashly or in haste. I can get by. I can figure some things out. I'm going to go back into Cherry Blossom, throw a little bit more on there. I don't want it to be overshadowed. No, that's not the right brush. That's the right brush. I don't want it to be overshadowed by this Shibuya. I just wanted to use it for a little bit of deepening. Guys, I'm filming. It can still pick you up. Okay. And I'm gonna hit my brow bone with Ginza, I think. Yeah, Ginza. I'll do Ginza. And just a teeny tiny carve. Woo! Look at all that powder I just flicked into my face. There. That must be from Shibuya. And that is why I bought this pretty fan brush. To take a whack at just such things. Alright, going in again on the other side. And I'm trying not to cover that up. So that's where I'm going with that. I'm going to go ahead and hit this to blend just a tiny bit. I don't want to overblend it. I seem to use this very tight brush when I want to just only very, very slightly blend it. And then I have a fluffier brush that's actually it says it's a concealer. Yeah, blending concealer. This is an like one of those Live Beautifully brushes, but I use this when I'm trying to do more of a blend, when I just want to do a very small blend or a very smooth kind of all over setting powder or light color, then I'll also use this for that. This is just part of a three-piece cheapo Ellen Tracy TJMaxx set. Oh, speaking of blending, what did I just do with that fluffy brush? There we go. Hit that a little bit. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and hit it with Sado right here in the middle of the lid. Oh, that's such a pretty color. Now, I love bright colors. I love grungy colors. I love delicate colors. Just all the colors. But I tend to like things a little off kilter. Not entirely typical. Which reminds me, I just did my very first independent, besides ColourPop, and pre-order. I did. Why? Because I looked at that. This is a palette from Rebel Rouge. I forgot the name of the palette, but I'll put it in here somewhere. But I looked at those colors, and you know, a lot of times I'll look at things. I'm like, oh yeah, that looks neat, maybe. With this one, it was, I need this. I need this right now. I think what really got me was the Oxblood shade. I love Oxblood color. That's so gorgeous. So I am super excited to get that. I probably won't be receiving it until late September, maybe even early October, but you can bet you will be seeing that. Pretty much as soon as I get it, I'm going to be chomping at the bits because that is just gorgeous, and I really hope it doesn't suck. Oh, but the pre-order is still open, so I'm going to go ahead and put their link below, just in case. I think that's open until like September 5th or something like that. Oh, and I actually used Melissa Leah Garrett's code. I saw her post about the palette on Instagram, and that's what got me. So I'm also putting her code up. It's Melissa13. I'm also going to throw it below. so that if you decide that you feel the same way I do and want this in your life, there it is. Can I make any guarantees about the palette's quality or the brand's quality? No, I don't know anything about them. But I saw the colors and went, yes, yes, I need those. So maybe you'll join me in finding out whether or not we've wasted our money. I've done the things, so let me know what you think of the final look. I'm going to try to get out of here so there'll be enough daylight for a daylight look, you know, a daylight shot. But here is the final look. I think it's pretty. Obviously I don't know how it wears, but I'm excited to try it out over the course of the evening. I think these colors are so beautiful and soft. So my first impression is, if you see this at TJMaxx for like 10 bucks and the colors appeal to you, I'd pick it up. All right, I'm gonna get going to the laundromat and I will try to do an outdoor shot. Hey, here I am standing outside the laundromat. Another day in paradise. So let's get a closer look at this in the daylight, shall we? Do let me know what you think of the look below, and of course thank you so much for supporting my channel, and if you haven't already, subscribe. Please subscribe. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon.